Tragedy unfolding in a neighborhood in Galveston. Police say a 16-year-old is accused of shooting and killing her own mother. And now investigators are trying to figure out why. The shooting happened just before 8 o'clock last night at a home on Avenue Q near 52nd Street. Orko Manna spoke with the family today. He is live from the Galveston Police Department with the latest. Orko.
Well, Sherman, the mother of the woman who died told me over the phone that she heard the gunshots last night and said it was a complete surprise. She's wondering why her granddaughter could have done something like this, and that's the question police and neighbors want answered to. Galveston police descending on Avenue Q near 52nd Street last night after neighbors heard multiple gunshots. Investigators say a 34-year-old woman identified as Tia Moya Moore was found shot at a home. She was taken to the hospital where she died. According to police, witnesses told them the suspect was Moore's 16-year-old daughter. Have you noticed any previous issues at the home?
No.
That's what makes the shooting all the more surprising for neighbor Graciela Molina, who lives across the street. She says she was checking her mail last night when she heard yelling.
She was just screaming. She was just screaming. And I hear boom, 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 boom. Like, I hear 5.
Bullet holes visible in the walls of the home and other nearby houses. This neighbor says he was startled by the gunfire.
Yes, I was in the kitchen and I hear the shots and we come out and then all the police cars.
Galveston police say they were told the 16-year-old ran from the home after the shooting, but as they were processing the scene, she came back and was taken into custody.
This area is pretty calm. There's not really that. This street is kind of busy, but it's still calm here.
Cecily Henderson with the Resource and Crisis Center of Galveston County says when it comes to avoiding family violence, communication is key. What can parents and kids do to talk to each other to avoid it getting to this point?
Right. De-escalation techniques, keep talking to your kids. Even if they don't want to talk to you, just keep going back and back.
The 16-year-old is being held at the Juvenile Justice Center for the offense of murder. Police say it's still unclear what led up to the shooting and the investigation is ongoing. Reporting live from Galveston, Orko Manna, KHOU 11 News.
Deshandra's daughter later returned to the crime scene where the police were waiting to arrest her, and she is now being held at the Juvenile Justice Center. Deshandra was a well-known hairdresser and nail tech who gave birth to the child who ended up murdering her when she was just 18 years old. She went on to give birth to a total of 5 children, all of whom are now without a mother. There is no official word of a possible motive for the shooting.
Did y'all hear about that 16-year-old that unalived her mama yesterday? Baby, 16. And from the looks in their videos and stuff, you would think they was locked in. I'm talking about you would think they was locked in. So I'm on Facebook scrolling and I come across the news clip. So the neighbors say that she was outside checking her mail. She heard a lot of yelling, like screaming, and then she heard 5 pew-pew shots. The police say that the little girl took off. Like after she pew-pewed her mama, she took off or whatever. When they got there to do the investigation, she wasn't there. But then she came back and she got apprehended and she's now in the juvenile system. But my whole thing is, what'll make you do that? Like on the internet, they looked it perfect. And that is why I don't go off nothing I see on the internet. Because nothing in my life, and I done been through a lot of things with my mama, nothing in my life has ever said, you know what, go ahead and take her up out of here. So I'm just trying to figure out what happened. And all her friends on Facebook, they sending her condolences saying how she was a good mom. She took care of them babies and she was just an all-around good person. So I'm just trying to figure out what happened, but we're gonna have to wait for the little girl to start speaking. But did y'all hear about that?
Tonight at 9, loved ones are speaking out after Galveston police say a mother was shot and killed, authorities say, by her daughter. Fox 26's Leslie Delaspore spoke with the family about how they're processing the pain.
A 16-year-old is now in custody facing murder charges, according to Galveston police, who say she allegedly shot and killed her mother, 34-year-old Tia Moya Moore. One family member told me she's not only heartbroken, but confused.
The last couple of days, I've been feeling like I'm losing my mind. I was questioning, like, why? Why would you do this to your own mama? I just can't believe she's gone, for real.
When you got the news,
I was devastated. Devastated. Didn't want to believe it. Tia will give you the shirt literally off of her back. Tia loved her kids, would do anything for her kids. She was very spiritual, very into God, changed her life around for God. I just want to know what really, what caused for that to get to this point to where you had to take your own mama's life.
Galveston police say just before 8, they responded here to Avenue Q, where they found the 34-year-old down on her porch with multiple gunshot wounds.
Suspect, it was reported at the time by witnesses that the suspect had fled the scene. While the location in the 5100 block of Avenue Q was an ongoing crime scene, at some point while investigators were there and performing their investigative duties, the suspect came back up on location, and she was taken into custody at that time.
Alicia tells me the family is processing this loss, including Tia Moya's other 4 children, who are now without a big sister and a mom.
If a child is troubled, then a child is troubled. You can only help them so much. I was so mad at first, but as I got to talking to people and actually just thinking about what might have really happened, or mental health is real. It's gonna take me a lifetime to get over this.
Galveston police say the 16-year-old is in custody without bond. Reporting in Galveston, Leslie Delasport, Fox 26 News.
Y'all, let me tell you about the heartbreaking tragedy that just unfolded in Galveston, Texas. Police say a 16-year-old girl is accused of shooting and killing her own mother, and now the entire community is left stunned, asking why. It all happened just before 8 p.m. last night at a home on Avenue Q near 52nd Street. The victim, 34-year-old Thanks in Advance Moya Moore, was found with gunshot wounds inside the house. She was rushed to the hospital, but sadly, she did not survive. Investigators say the suspected shooter was none other than Moore's teenage daughter. Her own grandmother, still in shock, says she heard the gunshots herself and cannot understand how her granddaughter could have done something like this. Neighbors are just as shaken. One woman who lives right across the street says she was simply checking her mail when she suddenly heard yelling followed by the sound of multiple gunshots. She described it as terrifying, like something she never imagined would happen so close to home. Right now, Galveston police are trying to piece together the motive. But for the family in the neighborhood, it's nothing but grief and confusion. A mother is gone, a child's life is forever changed, and everyone is left searching for answers.